morning folks, and welcome to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. You join me on this Sunday morning, rather early, in Red Rock, which is just outside the town of Wigan, which is traditionally in Lancashire. And I'm outside the former Crawford Arms Public House, which is by the side of the canal. You may remember it from one of my other videos, which I'll put a link up to here now. So, what have we come to have a look at? Well, it's not the Crawford Arms Public House, or the former Crawford Arms Public House, should I say, as interesting as that is. We're going to have a look at a little interesting feature, which is hidden in plain sight, which is this postbox. So, what's interesting about this particular postbox? Well, apparently it's a Type C postbox, and it dates from the Victorian era. It was made by W.T. Allen & Co Limited of London, which I think you can just make out the letters there, and would have been made from cast iron in a foundry rather than modern day sheet metal. And as we look further up, we've got the letters VR and a crown in the middle. Now VR stands for Victoria's Regina, because obviously she was the monarch at the time. Like I said, this one, it dates from about the 1800s to 1904. How do I know that? It's because W.T. Allen had the contract between 1881 and 1904 to produce these postboxes. I should imagine it was a very lucrative contract at the time. Now, it also, a difference is the word post office over the top there. That's because there was no such thing as the Royal Mail back then. It was simply known as the post office. Now, this plaque here, it's not an original plaque, but that's where it would have always gone. That would tell you the collection times and when the last collection would be. I don't know back then if they did Saturday collections or not. They probably didn't. It was probably just 5 days a week. Now, obviously, the days of writing letters and posting them now, we're in the modern era with emails, has diminished, so there's not as many collection times on post boxes. I think when I was a kid there was something like 4 or 5 collections from big post boxes. This is just a village post box, and it would probably have had about 3 in its heyday. Unfortunately now it's probably lucky if it gets 1 a day. Now, post boxes were fitted with a Chubb lock, which I think Chubb locks were made down in Birmingham. I should imagine at the time one key fitted them all, otherwise, you know, a postman would have needed a big bunch of keys. Obviously, this is locked, but inside there will be a little basket, and when you drop your mail through, it'll drop into there. This postbox has been built into the wall, and looking at it, it looks like it's an original feature of the public house. And the landlord at the time would have actually got a little bit of rent for having this here. And probably Royal Mail are still paying a little bit of a peppercorn rent to whoever owns this building. Now, as I said, this pub apparently turns up on a map from about the 1890s. So that's how we know that this postbox has been serving the people of Red Rock for over 100 years. It's amazing, really, when you come to think of it. I think that this is the oldest postbox in the Wigan area. If anybody knows any different, please let me know. So there we have it, folks. Does anybody know any difference? Is there an older postbox in the Wigan area? If there is, drop me a line and I may even go and have a look at it. So, we're off now for a bit of a walk, because it's quite freezing here, and Mrs H there, her fingers are dropping off, bless her, because I've done that many takes. So, until the next time, bye-bye for now.